about to do some sculpting. I don't know exactly which one just yet. Don't know exactly which one just yet. And we are now live. I was thinking about maybe sculpting a girl.
Okay.
Okay.
Believe it or not, there's a lot of people that struggle with, the different genders pretty much. So you got probably some people who know how to do guys more than they can do women, and there are people who can do women better that can do guys.
Really.
Yeah, it's a problem because the anatomy is quite different. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Women, y'all hips are like kind of y'all hips are wider than males.
Mhm.
So sometimes when you're drawing the body, it's kind of like you gotta be able to. How can I do this right quick? Let me create a new one. New canvas. Yeah, let's go with that. Because you talking about taking something that's like this
Excuse me.
and changing it to. It's like the male body is more squared.
Mhm.
One women body is more organically round, especially at the hips.
At the hips. Okay.
Sort of like that.
Gotcha. I've been noticing that in the other, like in some of the tutorials I've been watching.
Cause that's even I had to learn that. So yeah.
I get it. Okay. So if you just join in, Dreams is teaching me the difference of the anatomy of the male versus female body. Ooh. But welcome to the live, everyone. We are here. We're just sculpting. Dreams is going to be sculpting Sonic. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Dreams is going to be drawing Sonic, and I am going to be sculpting this cool girl as soon as I can bring it up. This little cool girl right here. This little chibi. Chibi, chibi, chibi. Yeah. So, what got you into drawing?
Who, me?
Yeah, what got you into drawing?
Oh, shoot. I spent summers not having nothing to do, and
Mm-hmm.
that's all I had. I remember the first time I drew something. I drew Dragon Ball Z. Most people always start on Dragon Ball Z, and I was one of them. And I remember I drew the picture of Goku fighting Frieza, and it came out just like it. And people wanted that picture, and from there I just kept drawing.
Just kept drawing.
Yeah,
It's and how old were you during that time?
8.
8 years old.
And from there it just took me to I don't know, just I kept drawing Dragon Ball Z. I used to find myself like with the VHS tapes,
Uh-huh.
and I used to pause the actual movie just to draw the frames.
Mm-hmm. That was your way of having quote unquote a reference material.
Yep,
That was your way
yep.
of having it. He's like, this is my reference. It's right probably around the internet, right when the internet was just developing and stuff like that.
Man, I loved it though, because that was my way of drawing everything. Then, to be honest with you, one day I discovered other stuff outside of Dragon Ball Z that I
Uh-huh.
like, and that influenced me to want to do my own story. So,
Really? Okay. So what got you to draw Sonic today? Like,
You.
He was like, let's stop playing around, girl. You know you the one that got me to
Yeah,
draw
exactly.
today. Yeah, yeah, that is true. That is true. I didn't realize we didn't have any music on.
That's cool. I mean, shoot. If you want to listen to me breathe, it's cool. I like breathing sometimes. Not
Yeah.
sometimes.
Sometimes, bruh.
Dude.
Bruh. So like, tell us a little bit more about yourself. I mean, we got a mixture of both our audiences here. So tell us a little bit more about yourself. You told us a little bit of how you got into drawing, but like, what kept you drawing?
Okay, I have a moment in my life that's a bad moment. It's terrible as crap, but it's kind of crazy how I made it out to be. So, well, by the time I was 13, I was drawing like Dragon Ball Z. I was drawing Inuyasha and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I started graduating to drawing real people, and I was
Mm-hmm.
drawing like artists like Lil Jon, Ti. I started drawing people. And I remember one day I was outside on my porch and I went inside my house to go get me a bag of chips.
Mm-hmm.
And I came back out, my sketchbook was gone.
Oh no.
Somebody just stole my sketchbook.
Not oh my God.
But for some odd reason, I think I was a little kind of slow, I guess, because my whole thing was, wow, somebody stole my stuff. I was like, man, somebody had to sit there and steal my stuff and claim my work as theirs. I must be that good. And then that what kept me going. And that what kept me going.
Did you ever get it back?
Heck no, I never got it back.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. They like he was like, well, who stole my stuff? And then you took that negative and really, really turned it into a positive. You were like, oh, you know what? Somebody stole my stuff. That's okay. That's what's up. I'm gonna just draw something better now. Is that how you took
Yeah, pretty
it?
much. And at the same time, that sketchbook had a bunch of stuff I was just trying things out in anyway. Like that's right around the time I started realizing what I wanted to be as an adult.
Right.
13, like I really knew. I was like, I want to be a cartoonist. I want to do cartoons. I want to do anime. I want to do Western cards. I want to do it all.
Yeah. So I know you're in the midst of drawing a graphic novel, right? And in that graphic novel, well, your graphic novel, what how did you get up to knowing that you wanted that graphic novel?
Um, dog, girl, you asked some real good questions there.
What led up to that?
What led me up to doing graphic novels? So, originally I used to do like comics when I was a kid. Also, I did like my own little comic and stuff like that. It was terrible though, but I was doing a comic. It don't matter. So, I graduated college. You know,
Uh-huh.
a college school that doesn't quite that's pretty much irrelevant right now. And when I graduated, they basically went, okay, we had nothing else to do with you though, but make sure you pay your student loans. And then that was it. It was no job placement, no nothing. So I spent roughly a whole like weeks at a time, months at a time, trying to find something that I could do dealing with my degree, which was media arts, animation, and marketing.
Uh-huh.
And then just so happened, um, I stumbled on like a realm of YouTube where there was people doing comic books, doing web comics, doing traditional comics. And
Mm-hmm.
then that's when a light bulb went off, because if anybody understands animation, animation takes a team base, it's a team based type of occupation.
Right.
You can do it all by yourself though, but by the time you put that thing out, man, you probably be croaked by then. You know what I'm saying? So
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, just saying, there's a lot in it
Yeah.
you got to think about, especially you trying to do quality stuff.
Right. Right. Right.
So after I end up realizing like I couldn't do animation on my own, I stumbled on comic books because I was like, yo, man, instead of me waiting on somebody to give me an opportunity, why don't I take the back door and give myself the opportunity?
Mm-hmm.
And then that's where I started doing comics. Now, to be quite honest with you, the only reason I have all these stories that you know about that's in my arsenal is because I've been like basically taking notes of every idea I ever had and I just sit on it for a while.
Yep. 1 second. Sorry about that, my husband.
That's cool. Should take care of the family.
Yeah, he's so used to hearing you, he didn't realize that we were live.
Okay, shoot.
Uh,
But yeah, that's probably about it.
no, that's it. Okay.
Yeah, that's probably that's just about it. That's what got me into doing graphic novels and comic books. Really, just the having that control for once.
Yes.
One of the messed up things about life is most of us we kind of like hand off, like, I guess, our fate, destiny, whatever you want to call it, to other people to decide.
Mm-hmm.
you know so in most cases we're sitting there going, I really hope they give me this opportunity, and it was just that moment I realized, why don't I give myself the opportunity? So
Okay. Awesome. You got any questions for me?
shoot, girl, what got you into doing 3D modeling?
So it's it's kind of a long, long journey. So what got me into 3D modeling is I had my own soap lotion business. Started with the help of my husband through a life situation he was going through, and I started that business. I went on to developing that business, making it grow, making it do the things that, to basically keep it sustainable. And then at one point, when COVID happened, I could not sustain that business because I didn't grow it on social media. I actually grew it on, in the field, quote unquote, right?
Yeah.
So with that being said, I basically had to shut the business down. My son came to me and he was like, "Hey, I want a 3D printer." And I was like, "Okay, cool, cool." So I got the 3D printer when the stimulus check dropped because I didn't think they were that cheap when I got it. I thought they were expensive. So I was like, "Yeah, bro, I'll get you one when the stimulus dropped," right? So after that, I he was like, "Oh, I don't want it anymore. Because it's too much of a learning curve." And I was like, "I thought you researched this already." He's like, "Yeah, but it looked cool, but it's not as cool as I think as I thought it was." So I was like, "Whatever." So I put the 3D printer in the closet because I at that time I just didn't think it was a use for it at all. So then when COVID sort of ended, when we were able to go back in the world, people were asking like, "Hey, your soaps are a certain size, and the they typically don't fit in the soap trays." And I was like, "Oh well, I didn't know." So somebody at work suggested that I make my own soap tray. So I knew that a soap tray was squares and blocks and things like that. So I had access to a software, Fusion 360, and I just like took a picture, drew around it, and kind of make the model and made my own soap trays. And I was like, "Okay, now I have these things. What do I do?" Somebody at work was like, "Ashley, you got a 3D printer. You can print that." I was like, "Really?" I didn't, it didn't cross my mind. So I was like, huh, okay. So I took the 3D printer to work and I was like, here's the model, here's how do those two translate with one another? So they started translating and so they taught me how to do it. And ever since then, my mind was blown. I was like, wait a minute, this is cool. So I started printing dragons and all kind of things, all just from there.
It sounds like you're pretty you had like an artistic mindset because modeling is definitely like a powerhouse when it comes to like being creative.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see that.
Yeah, so back when I was younger, I actually, like you, used to just draw just because I saw it. So I used to draw sceneries all the time. Like, like I'll sit outside in my grandma's yard and draw the neighbor's house. Like, literally, I don't know how many times I drew the neighbor's house. And the only reason why I used to draw her house is because she was the seasonal lady. Every time the seasons change, she was the one to like put the new decorations up, have the nice pretty yard. So I always wanted to draw it, but add my own little flair to it as well.
Okay, shoot. So you
Yeah.
could have been an architecture or something like that, right?
I actually went to school for architecture. The My first time going to college, I actually went to school for architecture and drawing, actually making bridges. But when they told me that I had to follow laws, I was like, "Oh, then my creativity is not meant for here."
Yo, I get it. I get it. 'Cause so even growing up, I understand that. Even growing up, and I said I wanted to be like a cartoonist. I wanted to be like a comic book artist. There was a
Yeah,
lot of people who always was telling me what I wanted to do. Like, oh, so you can be building houses and stuff, man. That's what you really want to do. Wait a minute, I didn't say that.
right,
So I get it because the moment you bring up laws, like, man, that's not what I want to do.
right. I don't like restrictions. I do not like restrictions. That this just very, very bothersome.
People
So.
still, man, I get it, girl. Oof.
Yeah, so and so like after that I was like, well, they was like, well, Ashley, you can be electrical. No, I went to chemical engineering because I loved I again, that's, I guess it's the artistic person in me. I was like, oh cool, I could be a chemical engineer and I can mix some stuff together. And it's like, well, actually you can't mix everything together. I was like, what do you mean I can't mix everything together? They's like, well, certain things mix together and it can go boom. I was like, okay, even better. Like what?
Yeah, bro, you
Like,
crazy. You're
yeah,
crazy.
like even
He said,
better.
"Bet."
There's like yeah, there's like no boom in a bad way. I was like, oh, okay, boom in a bad way. That's We don't want boom in a bad way.
She said, "It goes boom. That's what's up. I like that." No, no,
Uh,
baller, no. But yeah, I mean, so my question is this: so, what was your childhood dream? Like your childhood, like what did you want to be as a child?
to be honest with you, I really didn't know. Like I knew that I wanted to have something with artistic values to it, but I didn't know exactly what it was. Um,
Okay,
I never. I think I was like one of those kids who was like, "Hey, Ashley, you could if you had to pick something, what would you be?" And I was like, "I don't know." It's like, "Well, you got to do this assignment." All right. Well, I could be a doctor today, I guess.
I get it. Yeah, I followed the limelight for a minute. I wanted to be a rapper, but I couldn't rap. I wanted to be an actor, but couldn't act. I wanted to be a comedian, but I wasn't comedian. I guess if you want to call it that. Oh,
you
pretty much, I wasn't funny. There we go.
you wasn't funny enough.
Yeah, I wasn't funny enough. Too, I mean, it was like once I started doing something, and if I didn't like it, I just didn't do it.
One of those things.
Yeah, 'cause it was just like, oh, well, I'm doing it, and I don't. I feel kind of funny about doing this, and then I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore.
You know, it's just, eh. One thing I can say, everyone that is watching, when you're sculpting, make sure you name things, because you'll get so far in a sculpt and be like, what is cylinder 105?
Listen to her. Don't listen to me because I'm not even gonna show y'all my layers I got on this Sonic because you're gonna be like, yo, bro, you just got numbers on there. What are you doing? He's a psychopath.
Oh man, yeah. But what got me into Nomad Scope, I was actually in Polymaker's Discord, which is a filament company for 3D printing. And there was a guy in there. He was like, "Hey, I want to practice my Nomad Scope." And I was like, "What is Nomad Scope?" Like, I've never heard of it. He was like, "Do you know what ZBrush is?" I'm like, "No, just never heard of it." He's like, "You know what Blender is?" I was like, "Yeah, I know what Blender is because I tried to learn Blender a long time ago." He's like, "Think of Blender, but strip way down." And this is what it is Blender strip way down. It's only the sculpting part and not the animation part of it. So, um, I got the software and I was like, "Oh, this is cool. This is cool." And when I first opened up Nomad, I was like, "What is this? Like, I don't know none of these tools. What is like what? Hold on, I have to validate. Oh no, I don't want to validate that. Let me mirror it first." So like, I was like, "What is the clay tool? What is the brush tool? What move? Okay, I can see what move does. Drag, I see what drag does." I remember like when I first opened up Nomad Scope, the first thing I did was like, okay, let me get a new scene here. The first thing I did was like, okay, what's the clay tool? So I clicked on the clay tool and I just like, okay, that looks like it adds clay. Then I seen this sub. I'm like, what does the sub mean? Okay, that looks like it deletes clay. Okay, what's this brush? Oh, brush is just like the clay tool, but a little bit different with this sub. Same thing. So brush and clay to me were like the same two things, but they just act a little bit differently. And I was like, what's the move tool? So I started, moving stuff around, started doing that. I was like, okay, what's drag? Okay, drag is like drags the clay down. I was, just started moving the clay around. Smooth. I'm like, okay, what is smooth? And I just started, it's like, oh, that smooth things out. Like I was going through each and every one of these buttons up here trying to figure it out. So then Nomad, once you buy it, you get access to they took it off. This No, here it is. Once you buy it, you get access to their Discord. So I was like, oh, they have a Discord. Click. So then I went into the Discord and started asking a lot of questions there. Like, hey, like what's a good tutorial to start on it? And then that's when they gave me Dave Reed. So I've been following Dave Reed for like almost a year now, just learning the things and doing the things with him. And then all of a sudden, uh I started getting better and better and better. I was like, okay, cool, cool, cool. And as I as I started learning, going through all the tutorials that he was giving me, I then got a hold of him. I was like, hey Dave, I would love for you to give me a 101. Do you have a Patreon and all this and that? So I signed up for his Patreon. I was just I started off with the free version because I wasn't for sure just yet. I was like, okay, cool. So then he had a live and he was like, hey, I just started Patreon. I could use some feedback. And people give me feedback on what to what to look for or what to do. And I remember going to that live and I was like, hey, people, I want to draw people because I'm, talking to you and our buddy Swift. I knew that you guys wanted to bring your characters actually to life. And I wanted to be that person because I felt like that was a pretty good opportunity for me as well.
Yeah.
So then um I had a meeting with him just recently we had the meeting. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I can show you how to draw people." I met him. I was like fan struck. I was like, "Oh my god, I'm actually talking to Dave. I'm actually talking to Dave." Like, ah, I was screaming like the first 15 minutes. He's like, "Hey, actually, we got to get to work." I was like, "You right, you right. We do got to get to work." And he created a tutorial for me, and ever since then I've just been practicing. I've been taking the things that you've also taught me like into consideration, like, hey, just do it, just keep practicing, keep doing the same thing over and over again to where it's in that repetitive memory, it's in
There you
that
go.
memory. So I've been doing this for a year. I mean, I'm not. I still say I'm not the best at it. There's still stuff I'm learning, but I enjoy it. I've been enjoying it pretty much so. Like these.
And see, and that's great right there, because a lot of people, they have not found the thing that they're like, I mean, they're calling pretty much, because
Right.
everybody, they do what most of us always start off doing, because what we start doing is we follow the crowd, what everybody else like to do.
Mhm.
You know, that's why, when we was coming up, you didn't hear like a flux of people saying, "I draw anime," or or like, "I like the sculpt." You didn't meet too many people
You
that
didn't meet too many people like that. Yeah.
yeah. I'm just saying, like, it's just hard for people out there, and people like us, we should be grateful, because there's a lot of people out there who haven't like tested the waters in different, I guess, fields,
Uh huh.
discover what they are good at, their own interests outside of their normal things, pretty much. So we're lucky.
Uh. The one thing I kind of do and sort of regret is when they had that gaming school available, or gaming class available. I wish I would have took that more serious,
Why is that?
because I think I would have went down that route a little bit more than this route that I'm taking now.
Yeah.
That's my only regret. I mean, I did have the gaming class. I did create a somewhat of a semi game. It was like a capture the flag game in a sense, where the flag was in the middle of the field. Both teams run to it like it was dodgeball. Whoever grabs the flag had to, or the football or whatever, I can't remember what it was, had to go to the opposite side to get the touch the the what is called the touchdown.
Yeah.
And it was like a mixture of football and dodgeball and capture the flag at the same time. It was horrible. Oh my god, it was the most horrible thing ever. But I got an A in that class, and I kind of wish I would have took that a little bit more serious.
Well, if you understand how to do it, all you gotta do is relearn the things you already know about it, right?
Yeah. Uh,
Uh, I'm with you on that. Hey, I'm in school right now for computer science, and I'm thinking about getting into AI or programming or something like that. Because, like I said,
um,
I knew taking the back door, doing comics and stuff, would be my way in to like do other stuff. Like, who's to say I don't create a video game? Who's to say it doesn't become a live action? Who's to say it doesn't become an anime?
right.
So I just try to have an open mind. I'm not like most people where they have like an idea what they're gonna do off rip. No,
Mhm.
I pretty much, me personally, I pretty much chose something that I'm good at and just went, all right, let me see how this, all right, let's see where this right here takes me.
Mhm. Yeah, typically, like people always say, "Hey, Ashley, do you have a reference in your head of what you're about to draw?" It's like, actually, no. I just let it flow. Like I don't like restrictions. And I remember one time I was talking to somebody, and they were like, "What are you drawing?" I was like, "I have no idea." You don't have a reference or anything? I was like, "Nope. I'm just letting my mind take over. I'm letting my imagination take over." And that's why I tell my kids now. It's like sometimes a reference is good if you like this nose. This is a good picture to have a nose for. But am I going to draw this person? Probably not. That no. But I'm like, okay, I'd like this nose. I want to draw this nose. Okay, there's my reference. But other than that, I say just let it flow. Just let it flow. Stop restricting yourself.
Yeah, references are just good for you to be able to because just having it in your head, sometimes you need a point of
Mm-hmm.
like a vision, because sometimes we can picture something, but we forget some of the basic details that fit within that image.
Mm-hmm.
because we all have our weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? Even the best of the best have their weaknesses when it comes to art. And to us, we're thinking like, man, he's just the best, and he struggled with something. We just don't know about it, and he's not with us, okay? Because
Right,
we
right.
know what he's doing the best. But if you really pay attention, you'll find some flaws.
You'll find some flaws?
Yeah, you'll find some flaws. Everybody has flaws.
Okay.
So just to kind of make it more, I guess, relatable in a sense, everybody got flaws when it comes to art.
Yeah. So low. Yeah, like like when I was doing a lot of research on how to draw just recently, I literally seen like a person who was drawing the same thing over and over and over again. And then I saw another person draw basically the same thing over and over again. And it was like, wow, it's the same thing, but everybody's perspective is so different.
Hmm.
It was so different. Um, want to subdivide. What's my
Hoping during this live I can get this shading done, and then I can start with putting the flats. And probably Monday I can really finish this picture, and I can work on part two of the
part
picture.
two?
Well, yep.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll see how it go.
We see how I go, right?
We'll see
Yeah,
how it go.
cause
We'll see how it go. Be out. Let me stop. Yeah.
we live, bruh.
Exactly. You know
We
me.
live.
I'm trying to be as professional as possible. I got Astro got me on her live, man. I gotta be different.
You don't gotta be different. You just gotta just no be yourself. That's what you gotta do. You gotta be yourself, and that's all I care about.
You will say that crap all the time, but y'all don't mean that. No, no,
How do
no.
you? What do you mean we don't mean that?
Nobody should be themselves
Why not?
because if if yourself is detrimental, detrimental, you're gonna most likely get off with this person. Like, bruh, see, we can't be doing that, bruh. But it's myself. You said be myself. I said be yourself. Don't be reckless, bruh.
All right. So be yourself without the cussing.
Wow, is that really yourself?
ah, ooh, good one. Okay, touche on that one. Touche, touche.
Be yourself, but don't do this. What? Like,
Like, what do you mean? Don't do this? Like, but that's part of me. That's part of me. Well, yeah, bro. Like, you have to be professional and stuff.
so you don't mean be myself. You just like sounding good, then. Like you don't mean it.
All right.
But yeah, but it's the truth, man. Like I try to. Most cases, I don't even like being like live sometimes or on platforms with other people because I have a history of getting banned on my
Oh
life.
no. We gonna break that. We gonna break that.
And, and sometimes I can see why they ban me, and sometimes I'm like, really?
You got Joe Schmo over here shaking her butt and stuff and cooking. And
Exactly.
you ban me.
Like I'm drawing anatomy, and you just ban my live saying inappropriate content. What the what? I'm
Meanwhile, girl in China can go over there and shake her butt and tell some ooh yeah or something like that, and you mad at me for what?
yo, it got real upsetting because even people who will go live with me, they usually kind of like have to deal with me, I guess.
Yeah.
So I could be sitting there going, "Okay, guys, we're gonna go live," and they end the live like, "Yo, man, what happened? We banned because I was probably talking about something I should have been talking about." So, can you really be yourself? No, you can't.
That is true. That is true.
There are people out here they charge people to get to know them. Like what?
What?
Yeah,
What?
like some of these Patreons, if you think about it, that's that basically what they do.
Yeah.
Think about it. Oh yeah, man. If you want to see the behind the scenes or get to know the artist, pay me a monthly subscription of $20, bro. What? Like you want people to know you $20 a month?
That's how I met Dave Reed. I mean, I paid that $100.
But you wanted to know what he knows, though. See, that's
Yeah.
different. Not, I want to know what you eat for breakfast. I want to know how you feel about the weather outside. No, you did exactly what scholars do. You go find the information.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you
That's
got the information? You the plug? Okay, shoot, let's go.
not you the plug.
Shoot, you have the knowledge. I needs that, man. So just saying, man. Oh man, this is taking me some time.
Yeah, thought process, huh? I'm sitting over here looking like, how the heck I want to do the lips now? Because that's where I'm at now. Like, I like the nose, little button nose.
And you
Over here.
said, and I know you asked me before, you want my help on how to do lips though.
Yeah. Well, I found out a different method that's been helping me out a little bit more.
Yeah.
I So it's more of a take the crease tool and just crease it like so. Nice lips, right? And then I take the clay tool and I mean like I am barely touching this. I am lightly touching this and just adding. We're not gonna add. That's not adding. We're subtracting. We're just lightly adding volume, like so. Slightly adding volume. Like I'm barely touching my screen. You know, what's the other cool thing that I like when I started sculpting too? And I actually got this from one of our friends on a different app. I bought the little protector that sounds like that's make it feels like paper. I love that part of it.
Oh yeah, I got that on my screen too right now. The film protector. It's like it gives you like a I guess like you said the paper texture. It gives you the same feel of it. Two is a film protector. It keeps you from scratching up your screen. So
Yeah, that was like one of the best things I could ever get. And add a little bit more volume to the lips. But I'm always willing to figure out a new technique because I think learning different techniques will always work.
I'm with you there, but certain times I don't really care about techniques if one been working for me for so long and I understand what I'm going for. It gets
Mm.
to the point I'm just like I don't care about your technique, man. I really don't. Like, I don't care. Well, there's an easier way. I don't care. I found this way. It works for me. I don't question it. I don't even wonder if there's another way. Okay, I don't care anymore. I like the way that I do it.
He said I'm sticking with this way. I've been struggling with this way for a while too. So I maybe like really coming with you on that on the other technique because I remember you said it was like drawing four circles or something like that.
Yeah. So talking about lips, let's create another layer. All right. So lips. So if you want that bottom lip, it's basically you follow this diagram right here, where you kind of do this number right here. It's like two circles, and then right here is where you kind of get like a.
Is that the little dip in the middle right there?
Yep.
Okay.
And that's how you do a. That's how you do a lip. Oh my God, my daughter in there is really dying, and I got 3 more
And
seconds.
that's the baby. That's your little sweetheart,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, she in there dying. But see, the whole point of the circle is supposed to make you do like a dip with the lip, in a sense. Like it,
Mm-hmm.
the truth is, ain't nothing wrong with her. She just spoiled, man. She wants you to hold her and look at her in her face.
Oh, she
Look,
just wants all the attention.
look at me. Don't look nowhere else. Look at me.
I'm a star, star, star. Yeah.
And like I said, once you get like the basic like organic shaping, you can start adding like little minor little things to the lips and stuff. Like you can like even like do this little number here.
Hmm.
You can like do like the actual like overlap of the lip.
Hmm.
You know, add a little chin area. Chins are pretty easy too. If you just like I said, follow the guidelines of how the head is shaped.
Hmm.
And like I said, and this is nothing but sketching really. Most people are like, oh my God, it looks so amazing. This is ASS right here. Okay.
ASS. What is that?
Hey,
What is
Brittany,
a? What does ASS mean?
did she really just ask me that? And she told me I can't be myself on camera.
Oh, oh,
Yo, what's going on here, man?
bro, spelling is not working this morning.
I'm like, yo, is she trying to punk me, bro? I'm confused here, bro. Like, what are we doing?
I really thought you were saying the acronym for real. I literally thought that. That's funny.
That's how you create a lip and you start adding random crap to it. That girl said, "What? What is that? What does that mean? What you mean? What does that
Bruh,
mean?"
what does it mean? What does that mean?
There you go.
Did you give her a mold? No, you gave her dimples.
There we go.
I think my pen is like, hey, we only got a few more minutes, and then you might want to think about switching out or drawing or charging me. And I'm like, we only got 15 more minutes left on the live. We gonna last.
Yeah, but there we go. Basic stuff. So ellipse is simple. So instead of 4 circles, it's really like I said, it's really 3 circles.
3 circles. Okay,
Yeah,
maybe I really need to practice that a little bit more then.
I can show you how to do that if you give me 3 attempts. I can have it down packed for you.
So just three?
Yeah, with 3 attempts.
Okay.
Because after you do it, unless you trying to also draw it in different like angles too. So if you trying to draw lips like from the side view,
Yeah.
always understand that lips tend to poke out. Like
Mhm.
lips poke out. Don't forget to do the denture. Then you bring it down.
Mhm.
There you go. That's a lip.
Nice. Nice. All right. Anybody got anything to say in the chat? I've been watching it. No one said anything. Just one person said pretty.
I thought you knew that person.
Nah.
Get on my level.
Get on your level. Uh-oh.
What, you talking about the kids?
Yeah, man. Like
No, man. They
it's
just
been a minute since I've heard little voices like that,
they're just so exaggerative, man. And I already know which one that one is squealing like that.
And he said I got all their voices down packed.
Like I've learned that I've learned like the only thing I got was a house for my kids was because I wanted them to be able to squeal and scream as much as they wanted to in the countryside and won't nobody say anything.
You wanted something better for your kids. You wanted your kids to be free, basically.
Yeah, and not having to deal with everybody, having to respect somebody else's boundaries. Like, yo, you need to keep it down because man, we live in the countryside. You got so much land, so you can do all
Right.
shit,
Yeah,
the
I think.
difficult parts, man.
Yeah, I really need to practice these lips. It was like I'm getting there.
All right, so next live we're gonna do lips.
Next live, we're gonna do lips. Are you gonna train me how to do lips live, Swift? I'm not Swift. I'm sorry, Dreams.
Oh snap! I'm another man's name now.
Oh my
Where
God,
your
you was
husband at?
almost you
I'm
was almost
telling.
his name too.
I'm telling.
The hell, see, got me. Get the telling, get the telling.
Yeah, I'm act like my wife. And you tell. So what? And what you gonna do?
And who you gonna tell? And what they gonna do? Yeah, I struggle with those a lot, man.
Yeah, next live I got you. I can do that. That should take literally an hour because now that we're gonna probably do 3 rounds of lips, and then after we do 3 rounds of lips, I'm gonna let you do it on your own and just watch you do it.
You just gonna watch me do it?
Yep.
Hmm.
I know at one point, back in the day, I used to do these drink and draw sessions.
Drink and draw late at
Oh
night.
yeah. Oh yeah. Drinking draws was lit. Now the problem with drinking draws was I didn't realize how much I was drinking.
Oh wow.
So it turned from yeah, guys. So next we're gonna do that to man, we're going, man, bro. I think I drank too much.
You think you drink?
I think I drank too much. I ain't gonna last long in this line, guys. I'm about here. Word slurring, man. Then most people don't really drink too. So, I kind of gave them the option of drink and draw could be whatever you want. It could be tea, it's just about what you want to drink, man. Tea, coffee, juice, water, an adult, beverage, yeah.
Hmm. Did you enjoy those drinking draws?
That's how I got majority of my following on TikTok was doing the drinking draws. And, and I was really in my bag around that time because I was very consistent and my life was built for it.
Right. Well, you want to bring it to YouTube since the TikTok and its issues right now.
I mean, we can though. Shoot, I just need more people to be involved with it though.
What do you mean by that?
Like, I can't just be drinking and drunk.
I got you. I got you. So
I can't be
I
over
wanted to
drunk.
start like a sip and sculpt thing. So drink and draw and sip and sculpt.
I'm with it. I ain't gonna hold your shoe. I'm have enough free time coming up soon. Especially if I can stay with this based off of what you and Reed been talking about. But I stick with this fan art drawing session stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Stick with what Reed said and go from there. You know, ever since this update on Nomad, like it just does weird things to me now, and I'm like, what is that? Like, what? Why did that do that?
Man, them updates can be vicious. But yeah,
Yeah. Right now, I'm just oh crap, just adding her hair, it's her hairline. And then she has this lady has some ponytails, so I'm gonna use, you know, another thing with people when it comes down to drawing, I always sit there and tell them, if you can sit there and look at the shapes of things, you can 3D. It's all about the shapes. It just get the basic blocking down and stuff, and it doesn't. It's not that hard afterwards. That's what I had to learn and understand.
the same thing can be said about drawing. Like just
Really.
drawing in general. Everything is boxing things, shapes and stuff like that. You come up with a particular shape, just like what I showed you with the lips over here.
Mm-hmm.
Even with the body, like the different types of bodies and stuff like that. You create
All right.
shape and then you build it out organically. Like, or to go at it with this color right here, all I would do is, oh, hold up, wrong layer. Like I said, all I'm doing is just building on one thing with shapes.
Mm-hmm. And if you guys have any questions in the chat or any questions, just let us know. We're here. We're just sculpting and chilling, just sculpting and chilling, or drawing and chilling.
Here we go. This live went by good. See, I like talking to you, Ash. It's need to stop.
Cause like, huh?
It's a need to stop playing to get Swift on board.
Uh, my thing with him is Swift awake right now,
He'd probably be.
cause he's not a morning person.
Oh, we can even do them in the afternoon too. Just saying.
For like days like this, probably because he works during the day. There you go.
There you go. Do that.
Uh-oh.
What's up?
I was calling and I'm like, oh no. Look, now she got some little strings coming out of her hair. They're cute. They're cute. All right. Just use my. You know what's one of my favorite tools in Nomad Scope?
What's that?
The crease tool. The crease tool is that tool that really brings all your shapes to life to me. I think it's that one tool that allows it really like how should I say it, give you that detail that you need.
And also, oh, that's what I got to tell you. So also, if you're gonna be doing man and women bodies, always refer to this right here.
Triangle.
So tell me which one is supposed to be the ideal shape for a male and which one is for a woman.
I mean, from the little bit of anatomy I know, the one with like the square is more the man, and
There
then
you go.
the one with the two triangles is more for the woman.
There you go. Yeah.
That's all I know.
No, but it's the truth though. Like, cause in order for you to understand hips, hips come out.
Right.
So that gives you an idea of what you're drawing them, or the character that you're going for, pretty much. Because even if I like sketch this whole thing out, neighbor here, let's see, do it real quick if I won't get banned. There we go.
You know, the other thing with sculpting is you kind of need to know when, like your topology.
Hola, hello, what's good?
Hey, how's it going? How's it going? And I've been meaning to say, if you're new to either one of our channels and you can see either one of our names, please like and subscribe for both of us. We're really trying to get our channels up and going, and I think I'm liking this co-working thing. I love it. Dedicated hour out of my day.
Only problem is I probably got her actual breast too high up. Other than that, this came out pretty decent.
Hmm.
It says you to you need me to you love me. I don't picking it. I don't know who homeboy is though.
Just ignore it, dreams.
But okay, okay,
That's one of those situations where I need you to ignore that.
hold up. Like, bro, what are you talking about, man? Like,
I don't need you to go full Memphis right now.
bro, who man's you is, bro? Like, I'm the most respectful person you gonna can meet. Ain't gonna say ever meet, but I'm one of those ones, man.
Right.
Until you start saying some crazy stuff, man. Like, wait a minute, where you getting
Where you getting that from? Where you getting that from? Like, I don't understand your logic right now. Where are you
He
getting that
said
from?
is he said I don't is pick it. Oh, he said he don't speak any English. He don't speak any English. I get that, bro. Yo, man, get an Apple phone, man. There's an app on that joint called Translate. It's pretty good.
You know, I think tomorrow I'm going to learn how to put texture on there to make the hair look really real.
Okay, shoot. That's what's up. Oh, so you going live tomorrow too?
Yeah, every day.
Cool. I'm with you. I was doing the same.
Every day. Actually, tomorrow I might go live doing so I created, let me go to my stuff here. I made is it this thing here.
So we got. Let's check it out.
I know you remember this one. This is around
Yeah.
this is my first sculpt right here. And I want to do it again. Like I got the urge to do it again. But there's some improvements that I want to make on it as well. So like some different lighting, probably add some texture to it and everything. So that's gonna be my live tomorrow. You know, just doing the basic shapes of this. My favorite thing is the pancakes. Those pancakes look nice and fluffy and juicy.
Yeah, them just do look fluffy. They fuck.
Yeah, you know, like let me see if I can do this. Take post take post processing off. Ah, it doesn't want to go off. You know, I sit here. I need some more lights. Where are my lights? Isn't my light turning on? This is the one I need the most. Thank you. All right. So, in all honesty, everybody looks at this picture and stuff like that and they be like, oh, that looks cool. That looks cool. You want to know the hardest thing to make?
What's that?
This glass bottle right here with the orange juice in it. That was the hardest thing to make.
Uh, I mean, I can see why because you was going for like liquid.
it was it wasn't even just the liquid part of it. It was more of let me create a new scene. Yes. It was this part. Let me delete this and use delay to oops. Oh Lord, they done changed the tool on me now. Oh, they done really changed the tool on me now. Now if it was like this when I first started, I would have been cool. But the other one, it was like I had to like draw it. It was, I'm like, I do not know how to draw this thing. Like I did not understand the curves and stuff of it. It was like, oh, it was horrible. It took me 2 days just to get that done. And then when I finally got it done, I was like, yo, I had a beer.
Hey, yeah. Sometimes
Yeah.
you gotta celebrate. I ain't gonna hold you. You do gotta celebrate. It's like, bro, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Done.
Right. Now that they have this and now that they've done this part, I think it will be a lot easier for me as well. So yeah. Yeah. Everyone, thank you for joining the channels. Dreams, we've been over here for a little over an hour. You still ready? You wanna get off? Go tend to
Uh,
the little girl? Or you wanna keep going?
oh no, she ain't crying no more. I'm good. I'm over here. I'm in my bag. What you talking about? I'm in my bag. Yeah.
He said, I'm in my bag. Actually, I'm really not into drawing that what's the name anymore.
What you mean
So
drunk? What's the name?
the little girl anymore. I saw that I saw that breakfast thing and I'm like, man, let's make some pancakes for real, real. Let's 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 make some pancakes how you know how to make pancakes now.
I don't see how you be doing that, bro. You be bouncing around too much for me. I'm like, God, hey, bro, just stick to one thing, please.
Man, when I see food, I'm like, oh, time to draw it, time to sculpt food now, and like trust and believe. When I go back, I still know exactly what the hell I was talking about.
Well, this Sonic thing, bro, it's difficult. Ugh.
It is.
Oh yeah, it's difficult just because of the poses I chose and the complexity of the way I decided to draw this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be done because all I'm looking to do today is honestly to get the shading and probably lay down some flats, and then I'm probably gonna finish this whole piece up tomorrow, and then get started on the secondary one because I have a lot of sketches of like
Mm-hmm.
fan art that I kind of have like in the chamber, but I haven't even did nothing with them.
Mm.
And most people who knew me when I was coming up, man, I was the guy who drew, and that was it. And you know how people see you as they see you as an opportunity for them.
Really?
Oh yeah, most people. That's you telling me with your skills and your talents. You never heard nobody go, "Oh yeah, man, you and I can work together." They're not talking about helping you, you know, grow your skills or like try to help you out in life. They talking about getting services for free.
A lot of people use my skills because like I can visually see what everybody is talking about. Like I'm that person. Like you say, "Hey, Ashley, I want to see this and this and this, and I want this here and this here," and I like literally picture it in my head. Like, yeah, and then like I ask follow-up questions, like, what color is it? Like I am literally building this your idea in my head, and I'm like, I have this thing where I close my eyes, and people are like, why are you closing your eyes? It's like because I'm picturing what you're saying in my head. And then when I blurt out the idea and be like, everybody's like, oh my God, like you really drew that in your head. I'm like, yeah, like it yeah, like they use my visual artistry for that. I get tired of that sometimes.
Oh snap! Yum 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 yum. Thank you,
No.
baby. Mm, mm. I got to
Oh,
buy a Rolex for that.
not a Rolex.
Man, that breakfast tastes good. There we go. There we go.
Hmm. Where is my stamp tool? There we go.
Mm-mm-mm. Don't worry. One day we're gonna have a bunch of people in the room. Everybody gonna know us by first name basis.
Hey, I'm not worried about it. It takes time.
What you said, because the way I see it, sometimes when things don't happen, I think like, oh, I wasn't ready for it.
Hmm.
Because I have to think of everything that comes with it. That's normally what I do.
Now you made me even more hungry.
Man,
Yeah, even more hungry. All we gotta do is keep going live every day.
every
Every
day,
day.
every day.
Every day.
But Ash
Every,
Coach, I'm too lazy for that.
you be alright.
Man.
Well, oh, you want me to tell a kid? Which kid I gotta tell?
You okay with that, little Gary?
Oh, your other son.
Yep. Bro, you my child, Gary. Chill out, man. Yo, man. Hey, yo, I'm gonna take a 5 minute break.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's end this live.
Oh, for real? You want to end it?
Yeah. Let's end this live. We can come back to this afternoon. I also want to eat. I don't like to chat and eat.
Sure, I feel that. I got you on that.
Yeah. So I want to say thank you to everyone that has come in and watched us, to the 107 people that showed up. We really appreciate your time. We love the 2 likes. If you are still here, please make sure you give both of us a follow, and we'll see you either later this afternoon, tonight, or maybe tomorrow. The live will be, we'll see you soon.
Exactly.
Later. And